When will my husband return from war? Good morning!
Hello.
Welcome back to another Istanbul vlog. We're here on the water, on the ferry. Kind of tell.
We're on a boat, don't worry.
We're on a boat.
Just trust me.
We're on a boat. You can kind of see the port. It's very nice. We're taking a ferry to the Asian side, we called it, of Istanbul.
Not what I call it, that's what people call it.
Okay, what people call it. And I just meant how you referred to it this morning, not necessarily that you coined that term.
The idea of Asia.
Yes, obviously. So that's where we're headed. This morning we took a little walk. We went and walked along the shopping street. Robert got this kind of like circle. I actually didn't film any of this, so
No,
you just have to trust us. Bagel-y type thing. What was it called?
shimmet.
There you go.
It was good. It was 40 cents.
Then we went and got baklava. We tried a bunch of different ones. We tried the traditional. We tried honey, chocolate, and a hazelnut. My favorite were probably the honey and the chocolate. It was just so good. I like the hazelnut fine. The pistachio I could tell was like very good quality, but I'm not a huge nut person, and so it was just too much nut filling for my taste. What did you think of the four?
You said that the plain and the chocolate tasted like donuts, right? Which I actually agree with. I don't know if it's something about like the phyllo dough or something that just makes it taste like a donut. But those two are basically very sweet. The nut ones had saw nuts chopped up as a filling. I thought those were good. They definitely weren't as sweet as the other two. So I think it's a matter of kind of how much sugar you like in your food. I like the nut ones.
Yeah, I didn't mind the lack of sweetness in them. There's just too much nuts. I don't know. And so now we're on the ferry. All right, we'll see you next. To the Asian side. We're here.
Hello.
We walked around some market type street. So it was a fruit market, produce markets,
meats, fish.
Yep. And we saw some antique shops. We got fresh squeezed juice. I got orange. Robert got pomegranate.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was very yummy.
It was nice and sweet and fresh. And then we went and got lunch. We got these Turkish raviolis. Which were pretty good. It was there was a yogurt sauce. Yeah. It was interesting, but it was yummy. And now we're just by the water taking a walk. Anything else to say about that?
I don't think so. Summed it up pretty well.
All right. We'll see you on the walk.
We made it.
To what mosque?
The Çamlıca Mosque.
Which
Check
is
me on that.
The biggest mosque in Turkey. And it is very large. When we were inside, I was actually saying to Robert, I feel like area of the floor wise, at least in the main mosque center we were in, was probably comparable to cathedrals that I've been to, but the height is just so much taller. It just feels that much more massive.
All those domes.
Yeah, exactly. And this one, there's a lot more white space, so you still had the really intricate paintings on the domes and on the walls. You had tile work. You had lots of stained glass, but there was white space, and I feel like that, for me, that really played up and emphasized the art that was on the walls, and I feel like it popped more as a result. It had this nice blue and gold color scheme going. What did you think?
Yeah,
Robert?
minimalism has its benefits.
Yeah.
Definitely more modern. Don't remember exactly when it was built, but within the last like 30 or 40 years. So it is much more modern leaning in how everything is designed, and everything's newer. It just hasn't had centuries of dust and dirt and everything.
For sure.
So it's nice and shiny.
Yes, very much so. So we really enjoyed it. We're gonna keep adventuring a little more on the Asian side, I believe. We are back on the ferry. There's a nice, beautiful beginning of the sunset behind us. We had dinner at a seafood restaurant. I got grilled sea bass. Robert got
fish stew.
It was very delicious. And now, like I said, we're on the ferry headed back. So about to end our day. Good morning! So this morning we took the ferry to another island, one of the Prince's Islands, and we started off our day walking up a very big hill and ended up here at this old orphanage, which is apparently one of the 2 biggest wooden structures in the world, I think it said. It is kind of falling into ruin. Because it stopped being an orphanage in the 70s and no one has kept it up since then. So they're thinking about trying to bring it back and have it as kind of a place people can visit besides just walking around these theoretically electrified fences. But for now, it's just falling apart at the top. But there's this beautiful view of the water and the island from up here and everything, and lots of shade to wipe my brow after all that walking. And then we're gonna probably go back to this town square and continue adventuring down there. So we'll see you then. All right, so Robert and I rented these bikes, and our first stop is where Trotsky lived when he lived on this island. And the theme of the day is buildings that are falling down. All right, we made it to the top of another hill. For reference, I'm going to zoom in on the abandoned orphanage we were at earlier today. Here it is. Real professional vlogging right there with my finger. And here we are with this view. But we're about to go see a monastery. We had to take a quick water and snack break. And we got this like candy bar. Well, it's not a candy bar. It was like a cookie pack. And they were like graham crackers filled with marshmallow all dipped in chocolate. Would you agree?
With chocolate sprinkles.
And yeah, it was very yummy. I already want another pack.
Whoever makes the Hallie in Turkey, good job.
Alright, so we were just inside the monastery behind me there. And, well, specifically the kind of church chapel portion of it. And it's Greek Orthodox, right? Mm-hmm. But it was cute, it was nice, it was dark. I was like, oh yeah, there's my homeboy Jesus, you know, I know him. It was more familiar to me, but it was cute, it was nice. Maybe not necessarily the, like, awe and wonder of some of the religious spaces we've been experiencing on this trip, but still nice to see. What do you think?
Yeah, it was nice, very cozy.
Yeah, so we've just been taking in the views from up top here before we begin our descent. Alrighty, we're back from the bike ride.
Yes, our legs are sore.
You may be wondering,
Our spirits
now,
are heightened.
how can we trust you on a bike ride? You took no footage of either of you biking. Well, let me tell you, I needed all of my arms and legs to control that bike. Both between the hills and, I'm not going to say they were the worst, quality bikes I've
They
seen.
were not. They worked, generally.
But they weren't the best. So I, could not do any filming of us biking. But the bike back, the second half, was mostly downhill.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think there was any uphill.
There was like that one small uphill portion.
There was a little bit, but the gradient was mostly not that bad. So it was all good. And so now we're here. This time we got snacks. I did not finish eating my snack before showing you guys. So this one is a pop kek.
Top kek.
Pop kek.
Top kek. Wow.
No, pop. Why do you keep saying top?
Look it up online, kids. Top kek.
Okay, I'm confused. And it's like, hold on, I don't want to touch it with my hands because my hands are dirty. But it's like this yellow cake with some chocolate on the top and bottom and on the inside. It reminds me of those like dessert cakes you would get packed in your lunch when you were school children, like a zebra cake type vibe, Robert. I'd never heard of a zebra cake.
Okay, to be fair, I do know what a Little Debbie is. So I think this is just a terminology difference.
We're gonna have to look them up later to find out. And Robert got a snack too.
I got snacks, a little meat pie. It's called borak. I don't know what it's filled with. It's filled with something that I don't understand in Turkish. So, but
Story of our
pretty
life.
hearty.
Yeah, Robert went for like a real snack. I went straight dessert.
There it is.
I can't tell if you can see it in the shot. Yeah, I think we got it. All right, so we'll see you on the ferry.